all that property and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so, what the city told them to do, you make some concessions, even though they bought the stuff. And they across the street, they got like a little park, but it ain't. I see kids be playing soccer and stuff.
Yeah.
On the thing there.
But there's no playgrounds or anything.
Yeah,
like
they got a little playground, kind of like that. But I couldn't believe. It blew my mind that they actually was able to put that many houses in that little section right there. Little small houses though, but they put a lot of houses on that little. I was amazed that they was able to put that much, them little houses in there. I mean, man, it's amazing how they did that. That they put that much little houses. You can't remember because you were pretty young at the time.
Yeah.
That they actually put them bunch of little houses in there. Amazing how they did it.
We're probably tearing it
You
all up.
thought you would put maybe 4 houses at the most. They do put a bunch of houses in there.
Well, eventually they'll probably tear out all that and put up McMansions. That seems to be the way they do things now. Like I said, they tear out large plots of land and then they put these big giant houses. That's what Pino was talking about. He was saying that that house that guy he used to know in high school, that's all gone now. Over there off of Midway. I mean, I came out there. They must have done that in like 3 or 4 days because they knocked it right out. I went over and looked, and it was just dirt. They already got the other area over there. They knocked it down too, so they're gonna put 2 big giant mansions over there.
That's Midway and where?
Midway and Rosa. That's that street that's got that school on.
I know where Rosa.
Yeah. And the house.
Rosa actually, it depends on how you go about it. But if you take,
it turns into Durango.
If you took Royal, you could take Royal, and they take you all the way to Brookhaven.
Rosa?
Rosa.
No, that's Rosser. I'm saying
Rosa.
I'm talking about Rosa. Rosa is actually a name of a street. That's where this academy is, and it's just before you get to where the Albertsons and all that used to be. It's a street that if you take Durango and you go all the way up, Durango turns into a street called Rosa.
Oh yeah. Right. Yeah, I'm seeing Rosa now. Yeah, I see it now. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Okay, and they used to have a house. They used to have a house on the right. The guy went to high school with Peanut, and it had the globes, and they looked like old-fashioned 19th century gas lights. And and they turned all that. They knocked that down flat. That house, and then the house before that, then the house next to it, they knocked it down.
Oh, okay.
And then they're putting some big giant monstrosity up there. Probably worth at least $2 million.
Okay. Yeah, I know the street. It's a Rosa. That's what they do with that. That's that street. They do the albums that took that lady's stuff and me and this other dude was chasing him.
Oh, okay.
Chasing that dude at that time.
Yeah.
That Rosa there.
See how busy the street's gotten now, huh?
Yeah. In fact, I guess the kids probably got the little boat thing right now going on right now too anyway.
Yeah. So somebody was doing the sculls over there.
Yeah, they're out there now.
And then every once in a while you catch the kayakers.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Richard sometime he used to park down that thing and put his little things and go all around it like that.
Yeah, when he was canoeing and
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about a guy who got serious about something. It was just like,
Oh man.
and he just turned. Yeah, that's all he would do in his shop. He was sitting there making, taking the fiberglass right.
He got serious. That fiberglass stuff that on that shop that was I don't know how it wound up by the dumpster. That stuff, Kevlar, that stuff that's sitting there by the that's Kevlar. That's what he used at that boat.
He lined it with Kevlar and then covered it with the fiberglass rosin. Right.
And he got serious, real serious. And I don't know.
And then after the bad breakup, nobody can get a hold of them. Yeah, they got some kind of thing going on today.
Yeah, they do.
Like, they're gonna keep doing this. They're gonna have to come up with some more parking.
Wayman they've been doing this so long now, Wayman. Them dudes got on the weekends or something where they have their little stuff. They have the police be doing.
Yeah,
something.
sit here.
And I used to go and talk to the guys sometime. Just go down and just talk to the guys and stuff like that. But people got money, man.
That's kind of the funny thing is like, cause you remember it was like, if you got money, the cops help you park all the way over here and block traffic. Whereas,
yeah, but them dudes was paying though.
That's what I'm saying.
That free now.
But that's different from like back in the 80s and 90s when you see all the the poor African American and Hispanic communities. They be parking over there and they do low ride and stuff, and the cops be trying to break that up. So
yeah. No, but it ain't no freebie. No way. Curtis used to make his money. When he used to walk at. They can walk right here or down here, whatever.
park by the mailbox.
Okay.
Right, I can knock that down with the. I thought I was gonna need a ladder. Might still need a ladder, but you got it nailed in there. Just ask Joe. That way we can get all this stuff. Me just doing the half marathon. I was struggling to find to get my schedule together because I mean, if somebody's always got something to do, it's just like
Yeah, I know.
It's like I got my long run today. They don't care about that. Well, can you do this? Can you do that? And I'm like, no.
People don't think that's why I don't know running.
And that was like the time when everybody at work would decide they weren't going to show up late or can you stay an extra hour? And I'm like, well, today is my long run, but okay. Yeah, I get that too. It's like,
You like Bruno?
oh, I need to be doing what you're doing,
Yeah, that's about as far as they can go right there.
Now, I won't be completely negative because sometimes I'm going around and I see these ladies walking around and they look at me and they say, I want to stop you for a second and say, I see you all the time and you're the reason I started walking too. And I was like,
Okay, yeah, good.
Make you feel good, so.
Good, yeah.
That is the first time that I've been able just to get in and get out. Like, normally you come in and there's like everybody and their brother comes down here. You see a guy in a clown car, you doing the bike.
Y'all just, hey. I see your mama, she gonna make a U-turn, do all that kind of. Y'all just don't. I was so used to it. Them dudes, all I had to do something like that. The dudes say, go it on, and then I just go right on in, and I just sit there and wait no long time. And then I want to come on out, and I'd get their eye, and then dudes to go it on, and I just go right on.
See, that's a little tougher though in the cell phone era, because everybody got the thing stuck in their ear. They can barely drive.
Yeah. I ain't never know what I'm talking about that dude. Oh, I never saw if I get somebody have an attitude, but most of the time, I ain't no problem.
I made some kind of shrimp stuff, some kind of shrimp fried rice. She had it smelling good in that kitchen.
Yeah, she made something.
All I know is I'm thinking about that right now. Tear that up when I get in there.
Yeah, I think I could do this, dude. If I didn't have to put it with that trail right there, I think I could do this, dude. No big at all, man. Still have some spare, something to go. Man,
like
that was me.
I mean,
that was me.
City of Dallas, that's not their priority right now. They talking about they got the bond election and 2017. Right now, they're just trying to make it. They're trying to make it a 5K was what they're saying. So that's their top priority. I'm like, well,
see, right here is where it'll be okay from here going on that, but going that way, everything is cool. They're going on like that.
Yeah.
But when you get that other,
as soon as you hit that bathroom, that's where it gets junky.
Yeah.
because you go up that hill and the trail's caved in. Then some of it broke off and turned into grass, and then and then like you said, some of it is just so it was just old. They patched it up, and the patches aren't even with the rest of the trail, so you're stepping up, stepping down, stumbling.
I know.
Like I said, it kills your rhythm when you're jogging.
It does. It does. There's
a certain point where you get to that part and you say, all right, well, I'm just going to take it easy here.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, another part that's bad is this right over here where this Webb's Chapel extension is, because
Webb's Chapel extension?
This part right here, because that part right there, it's narrow.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes you're trying to get by and other people trying to get by, and then you see some genius over there on the bike, and you're just like, no, you're not getting by, man, because you know, we're struggling just to get walkers around here, and you're riding over here on a bike. And then you see somebody with a stroller or a dog, and next thing you know, you're just like, well, just at the mercy there.
I know. Man, I sure appreciate it, Wayne. Give me some.
I wish they had
man, the move.
Change your pace.
Change your pace. You got that right.
I wish they had a sidewalk here. Them rich folks over in Surecrest, they ain't gonna tolerate that. You being able to walk into their neighborhood.
I seem like I used to walk. I don't know how when I used to some kind of way I used to go down and run for the house. When I'd go on down there like that, and
well, he kind of had a.
I thought I'd go over like that, go over the lake. Go over right down the street, but
man, that dude ran that like.
Oh
yeah. See.
Let me look at this thing popped up.
That's where I walk. I walk over here, and then they got a little part you can walk here. And it's grass. And then, like I said, if there was a sidewalk here, it got killed by when they put that guardrail and the wall up here. You cannot walk here.
There's the guardrail there.
Yeah, that guardrail, they put that up there, and that killed any chance you had of walking around this area.
Maybe that's what it is.
There's a little walking spot there, but it's so busted up that you can't get any kind of rhythm going. So this is not an area you can walk in.
But I can go to the library. To the drugstore and go to their parking lot, right?
Walgreens?
Yeah.
You can get across Northwest Highway.
Yeah.
Everything hinges on you being able to get across Northwest Highway, and they don't.
Yeah.
Like I said, they may have sidewalks, they may have signs that say you can cross, but. There's a feeling that those who are in charge get, and that's the feeling of being overwhelmed. There's just too many folks and too much to do. I complain about the streets and the sidewalks and the lack of health care and jobs and everything else. The reality of the situation. 330 million being managed by most ambitious or sometimes the most talented. There's just too few of the most ambitious and most talented. Well, see, the talented, there's plenty of ambitious. Stalin running around. The world could use a few. I think of someone in history who was ambitious and talented. Reading about Napoleon, I just wonder if he was taking the credit for other people. No, I'm kind of thinking as I'm reading the history is that it's really more along the lines of a ton of ambitious people that latch themselves onto some really talented people. I just can't think of anyone who had both. You had Tesla and Edison. You had trying to think who was the ambitious part of the Einstein equation. I guess whoever ran the Manhattan Project, Oppenheimer. people trying to roll through these. What do you call those things? Crosswalks. Well, I was thinking about putting music back on these videos. That got nixed today when I get an email notification that a video I posted way back in November, full of a copyright warning. Your video cannot be used for monetary purposes. Not that I ever would. I just think it's cool to charge people to watch this. The reason I call it Boring Dallas. So to add insult to injury. Well, by the way, we're going to block it in 5 countries anyway. Not trying to make any money off of it. Not advertising in any way that they can get whatever was on here for free. It may not even be the whole song. That's the kicker. It may be a fraction of the song, and then I turned off the camera for the day. But it doesn't matter. And I think I'm going to blame YouTube for it. YouTube takes a, what's that word that they use? Basically, it's another way of saying overkill. Instead of a strategic attack on piracy, they nuke everything. Is that what they call scorched earth policy when it comes to copyright? Just don't have it on your video. Well, let's say it's in the case of the White Rock, like I keep saying, the White Rock Marathon, whatever they call it now. I do the half marathon. There's 3 hours of video of me running. That 3-hour video could be blocked because there was 45 seconds of a DJ playing some song that I would never listen to in 100 years anyway. But bam, it pulled up a copyright infringement. You can see it right there on my my post. Following video was detected in your. So in theory, I'm blocked in Germany somewhere. They can't look at the video. I think about the time that this lawyer, I think she was at Cornell, or maybe it was Stanford, a teacher, and she was trying to show that the NFL had no right to put its disclaimer on every video. So she takes a clip from one of the football games with that. It's how do the slogan go or the ad goes? This presentation brought to you by the National Football Association. This blah 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 cannot be rebroadcast without the NFL's express written consent or something like that. But she was saying they don't have the right to say that. So she takes this video, posts it online, and then uses it in her lecture. The NFL comes knocking and saying, hey, there's something on there. How do they go? The NFL calls and says, hey, you can't have that on the site. YouTube pulls it. The professor at Stanford says, you don't have a right to pull that. I have every right to post that, put it back up there, or I'll sue you. And there was this back and forth between the NFL, YouTube, and this professor for a 10-second clip, maybe even less than that, a 10-second clip of what the NFL could and could not say about rebroadcasting its games. Became a prime example of just because it's written on paper what rights you have, given to you by the Constitution or whatever, doesn't mean squat if they're not being enforced because someone has more money than someone else. YouTube has $1 billion. They can do whatever the hell they want. Some guy in Germany doesn't want it. He can do whatever the hell he wants. Driving around in a $10,000 car with a $60 dash cam. My options are limited. So, long story long, there will be no more music in these. I'm getting sick and tired of getting emails. Hey, you got some copyrighted stuff in there. Really? Like I said, I'm not ripping it to LimeWire or whatever the new file sharing software is nowadays. I'm not posting the entire video with lyrics on YouTube. I'm putting it in the background of a driving video with road noise and my own voice and setting off copyright flags. The original intent of a law and the perversion of that law. You know, the original intent made sense when there were guys writing books and having to go to publishing houses and everything else. And they were starving to death, trying to sell their book, and other people were grabbing their book and then selling it off as, you know, that's copyright. You write a book, someone else takes your book, changes the author name, put their name on it, and then sells it. I post Mozart on a driving video, and somehow Mozart is starving, which is quite a feat because he's been dead for quite a while now. So, figure that one out. So what about Mozart's family? What about Mozart's family? I guarantee you they probably haven't had to work in 5 generations. I don't think they're hurting that much. Anyone from Mozart, it's not Mozart, it's not his family. They're probably not seeing a dime of that. So the original creator is dead and buried. The person for whom copyright applies long since shed the mortal coil. And yet, when I think about copyright laws for long dead artists, it's almost as if they just dug up the corpse and kind of put it on display and said, "Look, he still needs to get that money. Look at him. We're just speaking on behalf of him." Does that mean you condone piracy? No. But that's my question. Can you start defining what piracy really is? The sweet irony is that this country was built on piracy. One of the heroes of the War of 1812 was a privateer, quote unquote, but he was a pirate. Robber barons. I keep hearing stories about how the works of Dickens was pirated when he came to America. I don't know why I think that's funny, but that's just... You're sitting here like, everyone loves this Christmas Carol. That's great, but nobody bought it in this country. Ironically, that's probably the only reason why that thing caught fire was because it was one of the most heavily pirated books ever. So I guess if you start asking absolutist questions like, do I condone piracy? I'm going to hit that gray area. No, I don't think you should steal someone's work and sell it off as your own. Yes, I think you should be able to share works if you bought it. Or it's been bought. Well, there's the duality to that answer. Not if it's outright stealing. Anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about this. This argument was long since settled. Well, it hasn't been settled. It's in a weird Cold War where one side is beating the hell out of the other side, and the other side just does every little dickish thing it can to hold on to the semblance of control. It's almost like chemotherapy in the hands of amateurs. You may be killing the cancer, but you are also slaughtering the patient. In this case, they aren't treating anything, they're just outright poisoning. Spent 15 minutes griping about I'm not going to put music on the videos anymore. Oh well, anyway. What I need to do is find some footage from number stations and just put that in the background. I guarantee nobody's going to pop up and claim anything from number stations. Broadcast from pulsars. Good.